there comes in their lifetime a special moment where they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered a chance to do a special thing, unique to them and fitted only for their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. Sir Winston Churchill.
Let's get it. Welcome everyone to the Self-Mastery audio experience. I am Franklin Jennings, joined of course with my boy, Michael Maestro.
Yes, sir.
What's
yes,
good,
sir.
man? How you doing,
yes,
man?
Man, God is good, brother.
Good,
God is good.
I know that. I know that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. Good
feel
stuff,
good.
man.
So just excited about how this year, the new year, and with all of that coming in, is just a continuation for us. I feel.
Always.
You know what I mean?
And you know, it's funny. It definitely don't seem to stop. You know, there's always something going on that we some type of way we're challenging ourselves or anything like that. So
yeah,
talking about challenges, we got the our push-up challenge. Me, you. Oh, first, of course, my fault. Shout out to my boy, our boy.
they're like, where Justin at?
Yeah, right. Justin's missing. He's out of town. But
Justin's on vacay.
He on vacay. He on vacay. However you want to say it. But yeah, shout out to Justin, man. We miss you, bro. Look forward to getting you back on the show. But yeah, he's out of town. But yeah, back to that challenge that we in, man. The push-up challenge.
Yeah.
We out there killing it. Me. I'll just speak for myself. I'm killing it. Stro, you doing all right?
Let me tell you something. Franklin, he uploads. So this is the way we do it. We have a shared workout group, and it's just like a graph, and it has our days of the week and everything.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. We are talking trash to each other on text in a group chat.
Crazy. The group chat is crazy. Man.
Yeah, we're talking trash in the group chat. And, we're on some straight up, we're on that Goggins type stuff, for real. Like, we're like, yo, we're all on that. This is not about us trying to look a certain way or having a summer body. Yeah. That's 10% of it, maybe 10%. But what is the biggest thing is about y'all is that it's like search your soul, like Goggins said. Search your soul and find out who you are. Yeah. And in these challenges, from water challenges to push-ups, pull-ups, whatever we decide to do, right now we're on push-ups. And every single week, we decide to bring this to the podcast because it's going to be fun week to week.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody is slipping, and we're going to say that when Justin gets back, but when somebody is slipping, we throw a sleepy emoji or tired emojis and yawning emojis in their part where their push-ups were supposed to be,
right.
which would be very rare anyway. But this is for that savage mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, search your soul, find out who you really are.
Yeah.
That's a part of working out that I believe that people are missing. They're so busy looking for that end result.
Yeah, what's the result? Yeah.
The end result. And it's like, no. This is also about searching your soul and having one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's big. And I've been at first, I'll be honest, I was kind of unsure if I liked I've been reading I was reading Arnold Schwarzenegger. He put out a book called Be Useful. And of course, he talks about, his weightlifting or bodybuilding journey and all that type of stuff. But none of his stuff, of course, he was in, competitions.
Yeah.
But, it was a whole, how he broke it down in a lot of ways was like, it became a lifestyle for him, And even today, he just released like a fitness free workout, like, regime kind of thing, but he's in his I think 70s, and he's like this is still something that's like a part of his life. My brother's the same way. My brother, he's been working out since high school, and it's still something that's like it's a lifestyle. You look good, but it's not something that you just did to get to look good.
Right.
It's something you did to to affect your change.
And for me, Franklin, it's not just the working out. I did 10 yesterday. Let's do 11 today. I did 100 yesterday. Let's do 110 today.
Right.
Whatever it is, there's a growth that I put on it, and it can't get to the point. I remember my wife was telling me, I almost said fiance. Every now and then it'll fall out, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember my wife saying, a guy at work was bragging about, it doesn't take me that long. Hey, I'm in 30 minutes and I'm out. And if it takes no longer than that, and then somebody else in the office said, yeah, but you never sweat. And then exactly.
That's it.
But your workout isn't challenging your spirit, your mind.
That's big.
And so it's not about so much as how big can I get my pecs and my arms and getting them right. It's like, I'm searching my soul. I want to know how far I can take it. I want to, and to keep from injuring myself, I stopped doing the heavy weight. I stopped doing really heavy weight because I almost tore this shoulder up.
Right,
Okay,
crazy, yeah.
And so what I realized, okay, so Goggins said reps, high reps. He said take a weight that you know you can survive, and do 100 reps of it.
Going. Yeah.
So bro, I'm doing 100 reps when I go into the gym.
Right.
And if it's on a bench press, I do just the bar, 45, and I'm hitting 100 reps. That I'm telling you,
I was gonna say that's probably
you are searching your soul by rep 75.
right, because you got to do it though. I mean, you said it, you got to do it. That's it.
And that part.
Yep.
That part is important because it goes into my music. It goes into my lifestyle. It goes into my business ethic. It goes into meeting people and showing up early versus late or on time. Showing up to the gig on time or early. Like these things take that challenge of the mind. I said I was going to do it. Right. And it's going to get done. Yeah. And that many are lacking that.
Yeah. Let's jump right in, man.
Yeah.
You mentioned your music career.
Oh man.
You're just not even career, but just your music
life.
How much it means to you. Like, let's dig into that a bit, because that's something that, we can't make light of the fact that that's years, decades of work put in is not something that anyone just does. So what is it that, let's just say, what is it about music that had you just lock in and you just like, this is it. This is what I need to be given that, 10,000 hours, whatever it may be. What was it about that made you do that?
It's an absolute obsession, brother. And when I say a magnificent obsession, the way C.T. Fletcher called it, a magnificent obsession. And the first time seeing that piano and seeing somebody murder it, shout out to Rico Gill, shout out to Jermaine English, shout out to Bishop English, shout out to later on in my teenage years, JL and B. Boysaw and Kurt Brody on the bass, Derek on the drums, and Chicken Grease, all of that. Like those years, like for those that don't know, that's Tuesday Night Versus was a spot you went to, and all the top musicians were there, and it was just dope. I became obsessed, bro.
Right.
And I was like, I got to do that. And it was shallow at first. At first it was, I like the way the girls respond. I like the way the way the ladies look. If you start dogging once you get a look. You really start playing.
It's like when you're in the gym,
overplaying.
They come and you playing basketball.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to dump, messing around and tear a hamstring, ACL, messing around, pressing some girl that just walked in with a cheerleading outfit on or something. It was a little bit of that at first.
Gotcha.
But it was an obsession from the jump. I'm talking about. I never forget Reverend Green's daughter played drums, and I was like, and when I think about it now. On the scale of drumming, she was not she wasn't, back sticking like beans and all of that, and Copeland and them. Like she wasn't, no Brandon Taylor or nothing. But what I tell you, she could play, and she had a mean pocket. Like it was, I said,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the day. Yeah, that joint was solid. I was like, oh.
Got you.
And I fell in love with it. But my dad told me, he said, and it was still my choice.
True.
But my dad said, if you play the piano, you'll never go to bed hungry.
Wow.
No disrespect to my drummers, okay? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of drummers that are never going to bed hungry. But my dad, that's what he told me.
Right.
And, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then I saw Jermaine English play in Roanoke, Virginia. He was dating my cousin at the time. I'm talking about, man.
Murdered it.
Organ, piano. I wanted to play organ, but my church, it was a very small Pentecostal church. We couldn't afford a Hammond organ.
Gotcha.
And so I just played what we had. And I know my mom had a 41-key Casio. That's what I had at home to practice on. And I remember the first song that I ever heard,
Yeah.
and I actually heard the notes. I mean, these are my 2 finger days.
Right.
Was that John B. Key joint? It was da 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 ba doo 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 da 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 da. That yo, and my dad or my mother, one of them walked in, was like, "Oh, he hearing it."
Yeah.
But let me rewind it a little bit, Frank, because before I could hear it, I was frustrated.
Big.
And so that's big that people understand that.
Right.
That I have been through that stage of, man, it's been 6 months and I suck.
Right.
And I just want you to know that 6 months ain't no time. That's not even enough time. Like, for real, the Chinese bamboo tree, they said, I think it's 9 months that it's under the ground, and in 6 weeks, it's 90 feet tall.
Yep.
You can never hear a tree growing. Bro, you can never hear a tree growing, and so you're being loud. You're posting now because there's social media. I didn't have that.
True.
And they're loud. They're posting, and you've only been doing it a year. You haven't even been. There are people quitting.
Yeah.
And they haven't even seen what a season is.
That's big.
And we talked about that before, but never on a podcast.
Right.
A season. What is a season?
Right.
Well, we know in Motivation Central, in the summer, they dropping off.
Right.
Because they doing stuff, not because they quit on the grind, Maestro.
No, yeah.
Your people ain't quit. They ain't quit you. They didn't. They at the beach.
Yeah. That's good.
And who's still on the call, though?
Yep.
Me and you.
Yep.
And a couple other crazed individuals foaming at the mouth, searching their soul because they don't want nobody else to take it.
Right.
And so it's like, bro, you can't have my soul. And I think that's what we create in our little text group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's deep for us, y'all. It's deep for us. We don't like taking losses.
That's real.
And so, but it starts with the obsession.
Yeah. So the obsession, we know that we've got tons of examples around. You got Jordan, you got the Kobes, the Tom Brady's, and all that.
You could just stay on Jordan and Kobe.
I mean, Jordan and Kobe alone. Just those two.
Those were who I.
And that's what I was going to say. So what were those?
Growing up.
Because I know you had examples that you kind of, you mentioned musical, examples, but I know you brought together from other examples of people that actually were doing the same thing in different arenas.
So I'm going to tell you 3. No, I'm going to tell you 2.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to crack it down to, I was born in 85.
Right.
It was Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and it was Jay-Z.
That's it. Yep. Okay.
Those are 3 different lanes. All 3 of them, I studied them brothers to the letter. Seriously. Like, bro, I'm talking about never had the glove, never had the pants with the high waters and the, you know what I'm saying? But I was spinning around in my room. I was trying to do every Michael Jackson move.
Yeah.
And, that was cool.
That's real.
I wanted to play basketball, of course. I wanted, you play a little pee-wee, whatever.
We all did,
basketball. We all did that, right? But No, I really, it changed from trying to emulate them to trying to understand why.
That's it.
That was the shift, bro.
Yeah.
Because, no, for real, there was no Instagram, bro.
That's real.
There was no Twitter. There was no YouTube.
Yep.
And I was like,
Makes sense, yeah.
oh, there are people that were born with it. No. There are people that are born for success. They're born for greatness. They're born. Michael Jordan was meant, which is kind of true,
Right.
but not 100%. Because I found out that Michael was the first at practice and the last to leave.
Right.
I found out how hard he was going on his teammates. I heard he slapped a player in practice.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr, I think.
I think that's right. Yeah.
You know, bro, I heard that he physical altercations. Y'all talking about Draymond? Yo, you're king. Michael used to do that.
Right.
Beat you up. You know, let's fight. Yo, I'm gonna win, and you're in the way of that, cause we're in the car together, and so if you're not willing to be a beast, you gotta go, or you gonna catch these paws.
Yeah.
And that's how it was in that time. But the work ethic, Kobe came later.
True.
Bro, my 85, 86, 87, 88, 90, 91, like, I was really watching Jordan 92. You know what I'm saying? Of course, 90, I was 5 years old. But I'm telling you, me and my dad and my mom, bro, I remember being like around 6, 7 years old. Mom's like, what Jordan do tonight? And it's very few players
Right.
that had that effect. You know what I mean?
That's real. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Very few players.
Same.
Because
Same.
my mom has never asked what LeBron doing. And there's no disrespect. She's never asked what Allen Iverson was doing.
Yeah.
But there was one man
Yeah.
where he was like, somebody getting dunked on tonight.
Right.
How many is he? And in the way that he did it, the way that he approached the game, I begin to say, I want to approach it the same way. Bro, I don't self-proclaim to be no Michael Jordan or no piano or speaking or whatever.
Right.
I'm just telling you what's going on in my mind when
Yeah.
I sit down on that keyboard and the lights come on.
That's the focus
I'm
there.
Michael in.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm Michael.
Wow.
And I want to respect the craft, bro. And so that obsession turned into me studying these guys, man.
That's big, man. What you just said there about, respecting the craft. Because, we talk about, we're in this age of, Instagram, everything is quick, everything is not knocking anything.
Microwave,
everything, but everything is quicker now.
Shoot, it's air fry now.
Right. It's even quicker than it's ever been, and it's getting quicker, by the minute. But, I think sometimes that gets romanticized into wanting what it looks like and not understanding all the behind the scenes
Instead of what it feels like.
What it actually takes to do these types of things. Like, we talk about, it's not bragging if you did it. We say that there's several times on our power session that we do every Saturday.
We gotta stay here. We gotta stay right here.
But that's what we something that we mention often is
fake
not bragging
humble
if
is
you did
killing
it.
us.
Yeah.
It's killing a lot of people. Fake humble's killing a lot of people. Where you're so humble, you're not mentioning what you do.
Yeah.
You're so humble. I remember when CJ was talking about when his baby was born. He was saying that, the doctor said we can have the baby right now, or we can have it in the next 20 minutes. Which I like. I want that kind of swag when my wife's life is on the line. I want you to have that kind of swag. Or we can do this, boop, 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 bop, baby.
Yeah.
I want you to have confidence. And it's mistaken for arrogance a lot.
That's real. Yeah.
But when it comes to having a child, when it comes to having brain surgery, you don't want no joker coming there and talking about, I kind of do it a little bit. I play a little bit.
Yeah.
I paint a little bit. I do it a little bit. No, you about to crack my family member open me up, and I want to know that you're absolutely positive. This is gonna be a positive outcome at the end of this thing. And so that fake humility, it makes me itch.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Now, do you think, not to stray too far from this, is that a cultural thing?
Absolutely. I learned it in church. I can't speak for everybody else.
Right.
And I want to be sure that I talk my story.
True.
If you're watching this, you're watching my story. So you can't argue with my experience because I was there and you
Right.
weren't. So really, I was taught that in church where you say, if a musician walks in the room and they say, "Hey man, what you doing, man?" "Oh, we trying to be like you."
Right, a little something.
A little something. And so I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb, y'all. I get it. And I got it back then. But enough of that, it gets in your subconscious. And next thing you know, you're in a elevator with Pharrell. And you're saying, I do it a little bit. And Pharrell's not looking for the person who does it a little bit. He's looking for the person who's a killer. The coach is looking for a killer to be on his squad. The person who has that record deal is looking for a killer to be on the mic, the killer to be on the beats.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a killer to roll with me. If I'm going to speak, I need somebody anointed and appointed in my corner. I need a Frank. I need somebody I know that's doing push-ups, taking care of himself, taking care of his wife, like taking care of his life. You know what I'm saying? I can't have no suckers with me. I got to be sucker free when I'm going against, because I'm really fighting forces I can't see.
That's big. And that's in some of the just events we've done, and knowing the behind the scenes Michael.
You know it.
Knowing that is why I know we are effective. When we've been in schools, we've seen things happen that's like
amazing.
The staff seen things happen when we come in. They're like, I had no clue. I never even knew that kid taught, or whatever it may be. We bring that presence in that shifts.
Mm-hmm.
It shifts things.
And since we on our podcast, our audio experience, we can be free to talk how we want to talk.
Yeah.
And that presence is the Holy Spirit.
That's the truth. And that's
a lot of cats can't bring that.
Hey,
their walk ain't nothing.
And that's the thing, is that I always seen, and we talked about, in our previous episode, how you and I connected and everything. It's like I seen that. I was like, oh, he's not joking. He's not like, not that you're
somebody at the door. So I'm good.
Not that you're not human. The human side of you is there. You're human. There's no doubt about that. But the reality of you really believe and act on the things that you're really sharing with the world.
100,000%.
And that's why it has an effect. And what I've seen myself, the effect that it's had on people, just like it's different when you see that it's real, and that's real. It's like somebody may not even know you. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And
I want to go over there.
You know what in my pettiness, Franklin, what I enjoy? I don't even want to tell this because people take it the wrong way. But I kind of enjoy the surprise element right now. Because when in music, most people, most churches I'm going into, most places I go to play, if I'm going to a lounge or whatever, they're like, yo, Maestro coming tonight. There's no surprise factor. But as a speaker,
that's big.
We're still going into rooms that people don't know us, and it's like
we're still like
we like, y'all about to get to work. We all standing. Timon standing like, y'all about to get it. Yeah. Timon, I'm like, oh, my young boy about to get it to you. My young boy, shout out to Timon.
Just don't know.
On the wall.
Just don't know.
Timon about to get it to him.
Yeah.
And to like when we went to JMU. And blazed them young boys. You know what I'm saying? When we went to Department of Corrections.
Yep.
And the Department of Corrections was these people, they work, you know what they do.
Right.
And they were in tears. Bro.
Right. Never had that before. They never had. They was like, this was.
We came in there on some Tony Robbins stuff. They was clapping. And I ran through the, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was like, I don't need anybody to assign me or tell me I'm the number one speaker or tell me that I'm killing the game or that tell me that I'm dope. I just became obsessed.
Yeah.
The same way with the music, same way with the speaking.
Yeah.
And whether I'm doing that in the form of coaching or on stage, oh my God, the obsession, for real. Like, and you know, I do want to talk more about the real, because when there's a gift and a curse to it. And so
break that down.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Laying down and trying to go to bed, and there's this continuous do-do-dum-do-do-do, do-do-dum-do-do-do, do-do-dum-do. It's something that I played in the day. Something that I play. It could be and it'll be looped in my head. Musicians, if you feel me, engineers, if you keep seeing that same blueprint or that same pipeline that you was working on, you just can't get it. Right. So I literally have to sleep to soundscapes and stuff at night. So me and Angie, and you know, I'm not going to tell her story. Maybe we'll get her on here. Lord, that'd be awesome.
We will. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we get wifey on here. She don't want to talk to y'all. She don't want to know none of y'all. Y'all see me and Angie in Target, she gonna keep walking. It's not being, it happens too often, and she just like, you go ahead and talk to your support or whatever, and I'm gonna just keep on going I'm going down to the makeup aisle. But she had some, you know, issues with sleeping and everything, and so man, I put on 7-hour soundscapes. You know, I have one specifically that I, you know, maybe if people want to know, I'll send it out. But and it knocks me out every night. And I'm talking about not that soundscapes with a whole bunch of movement.
Right.
Remember, I'm a musician, so movement gonna make me think, ooh, that's a major seventh chord.
Right.
Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, they put a I can't do that.
Right.
I'm not going to bed. So it has to be like it's no special spice sauce to it.
Right.
Ain't no leads, no synthesizers.
That's the point.
Because I gotta crack down. Because bro, I'm talking about all the music and songs I can play. You know, a lot of hymns and stuff and slow songs, and somebody could just start singing something, whatever, and it's just there. Right. I can't explain it. I've been doing this for 30 years now, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this year we're gonna do a celebration. I'm telling y'all right now, we're gonna do a celebration. And I'm inviting, you know, I'm just gonna put out mass text or I don't want to do the individual, but I'm gonna just invite people to celebrate 30 years of music. And like my dad said, I've never went to bed hungry. Right. And it's beyond just putting food on the table and providing, making sure we don't use candles on the first. Yeah. It's a whole nother level now, bro.
Well, see, you know, so 30 years.
Yeah.
But there was still, not long ago, where, maybe a couple of years back, where I remember you were adding to your repertoire, adding the organ. Wasn't, you had to, and that's something definitely digging. I know you're gonna dig in on this, but you know, you did that ahead of time, basically, just to kind of make, like a better word, make yourself more marketable, you know, for different, you know, churches, clients, however you want to put it. Yeah. But what was that? So what besides the part of being more marketable, you took on a challenge in doing it.
So, but that's tough. So let me say this before that, because somebody listening like, bro, you worked on organ to make more money, because it ain't no money in church. That's the first thing a musician gonna think. It depends on your situation that you create.
That's good.
All right, listen up. This is Stro saying, get ready to embark on a journey to wellness with our incredible sponsor, Motivation Central, the elite training center for your mind. I want you to imagine reaching for the next level in your life with other individuals who are just as passionate as you are. Join Franklin and I every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for group coaching calls designed to transform your mind with proven strategies and high-level accountability. You know, in the chaos of life, self-care often takes a back seat. But what if I told you that creating the best version of yourself could be as simple as immersing yourself in the right environment with others who are hungry and the culture of celebrating each other is already established? Hey, what if I told you that switching the lens on your big goals and dreams, looking at them differently, would make them more manageable? Think of your dream like a huge block of ice. Well, to make that an ice sculpture, you'd have to start by hitting it once. In our sessions, we believe in balancing the 5 pillars of success: mind, body, spirit, soul, business. We come together to share what we call small wins. These are small goals that were executed this week that will ultimately lead to these big dreams that we all have. It's a call to action, an invitation to take your success journey more seriously and make every day a success. Your new chapter begins now. Join the movement towards becoming the best version of yourself with Motivation Central, the elite training center for your mind. Join today by visiting patreon.com/Maestro Turner or visit our website at www.maestromotivates.com.
Yes, you can. If you can solve a problem for someone, you can make that.
It's big.
And so what I did realize was that I was actually the real reason why I jumped on Oregon, because it was the search and soul thing. I was tired of it beating me down mentally.
I like that.
I got tired of faking it on Oregon, playing it like fake. Like I was, talking to Travis Sales, and I was just like, I said, bro, I used to play left hand ain't doing nothing. And I remember B-Boy used to laugh at us youngins. He was like, B-Boy would say, y'all play like cake. It's icing. I ain't got no cake, just all icing. You can do all of this.
Wow.
And I was like,
I like that.
Yeah. You ain't like it at the time when you heard it. Trust me, you ain't like it. He talking about you. But he was right. And so, where you ain't comping nothing. There's no meat. You just got syrup and whipped cream all over here, and you're not, it's not full. And so I just got tired of it mentally whipping me. It turned into more playing opportunities, and I went viral. So somebody's saying, yeah, because like you learned organ and that made you more money? No, it wasn't exactly learning the organ only. It was that me putting more time in and honoring the craft.
Yeah, it is.
That was loaned to me. This gift that was loaned to me, I decided to give God a return on his investment, not just say, I'm just gonna play in my favorite key. No, I'm gonna learn all the keys. I'm not gonna not know hymns. What if somebody does a hymn? Because my church never did hymns growing up. We never did Greatest Thy Faithfulness and How Great Thou Art, How Great Thou Art. We never did those. We was more like, welcome into this place. Welcome into this holy, you know what I'm saying? I will bless thee, O Lord. We was on that, but we wasn't on like hymns.
Gotcha.
So I went out. I made calls to musicians who I thought were better than me at playing and more versed, had a bigger repertoire.
Right.
And I said, yo, how do I learn the hymns? They said, bro, I know it ain't a lot of black style playing hymns on, the black churchy way of playing hymns online, but the chords are still the same. You just churchify them. You gospel them up. So he said, just go to those hymns that are there, and they're just going, great is thy faithfulness. They singing it like that. We don't do it in our churches.
Right.
But you can hear the way the chords are moving, and you see the bass lines. So take that, learn that. I was like, oh, bet. And then I started learning hymns and stuff. So it's like what I always say, success doesn't require you to look out the window. It requires you to look in the mirror. And so I had to honestly self-assess
That's big right there.
So obsessed, but not delirious. Obsessed, but not delirious. Not lying to myself and telling myself, oh, you sure sound good. Being a musician is constantly looking at yourself and making adjustments to your game. And I have to say the same thing with athletes because I coach athletes and also I'm working with Timon and all that. They're constantly, the good ones,
I was gonna
the
say.
ones that sought after, the ones that
Yeah.
getting multiple scholarships. Shout out to Deuce. Boy, you're killing them.
Nice.
They're over 30 scholarships that boy got.
Nice.
He's killing. And so those ones are constantly in the gym and they're constantly on the field working on their form, working on routes. And athletes and musicians are very much able to self-assess. A lot of reasons why I tell parents, if your kid is showing any interest in music, please put them in band. Please put them in. And I know we live in a different world now, but in my day,
that was
Lord,
big. You
sound
talking
like my dad.
talking. I was about to say, you talking like you got a few of them things on you. Yeah.
I tell them, you got to cultivate that because in the development, you realize. So when you're a kid, you know, everybody's telling you you're great or whatever, and then you may not have that. But there's a point in your development phase, you know, if gone unchecked, you end up being the person at work, always running your mouth, always telling somebody's business. Why? Because nobody ever punched you in the mouth. If that person that slips through and never gets punched in the mouth for saying the wrong thing, they end up being the person at the office talking too much. They end up being the annoying person because they never got that bop. You know what I'm saying? And so I got a couple of those, and that taught me keep your mouth shut, speak on. What's understood don't need to be said. My dad said, watch your mouth. Somebody gonna chin check you. You running your mouth here, you trying to be smart with your mom, or you trying to be smart with me. He said, them boys out there ain't gonna let you do all that.
Right.
So you better check yourself in here.
Right.
Cause they gonna do it differently.
Right.
Than I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna tell you right 3 times each. They gonna hit you 3 times each. You know what I'm saying? That's my experience. But anyway.
That's good.
Cultivating the gift.
Yeah.
So that when I was in band, no, don't hold a stick like this, hold like this. So when nobody's correcting you and nobody's constantly correct, you don't even know what it feels like to be corrected, and you end up being an adult that's going to American Idol, auditioning, and everybody in the room like, because you couldn't self-assess. You didn't know that you don't sound that good and you need lessons. It's okay to get lessons. It's okay to get a tutor. It's okay to get help, to get a coach.
Yeah.
Michael and Kobe did not win without the coach.
Right.
It's documented. And so there's just, you know what I mean? That's what you get when you come up as a musician or athlete. And so I always tell people, yo, your parents, even if your kid just shows a little bit of interest, push them in the marching band. Because now, oh my God, we want to talk marching band. We want to talk symphonic band. Your child has to comprehend that it doesn't matter how good they are. It only matters how good the sound is. So if it's 60 kids playing or if it's 100 kids playing, if it's 5, there's 3 violins, there's 3 cellos, there's 3 snares, we all doing the same exact thing. So it don't matter if you can flip it over your back and do all that. That don't matter. The music is if everybody don't do that, the crowd says that drum line sure sound like a mess. So something about drum line, symphonic band, there's a wholeness to it. And there's a team effort to it. Same way with basketball, football, and all that. It's a team sport. That stuff is huge. Get your child in a musical situation or get your child in a sports situation where they can realize we instead of me.
Yeah.
That's very, very important.
That's real. I mean, because it's so many more people that aren't athletes, aren't musicians, but need that you know, that
Everybody
type of
needs to
lesson.
self-assess.
Yeah, they need that.
Everybody need to go.
Yeah.
Everybody need to know that stank. You need
Right.
a mint, brother. You need Listerine. You know what I'm saying, man? That don't smell good. And it's like if you know what I'm saying? You
Right, but
cut
you
one
never
and
get it. Yeah.
oh no, bro. No, you missed it. You missed the
Right.
mark.
That's good.
You missed
Yeah.
the mark. Your farts stink, bro.
Right. Right. That's good, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's important. And I don't think they realize that the people that they're idolizing, if they are worth idolizing or whatever, or
They
looking up
have.
to or marveling at, I promise you, man, you see the Beyonce movie, she was constantly looking at herself and others about how it can be better. She ain't like, oh, we ran through it once. It's good.
Let's get out of here.
I'm Beyonce. That's not how it works.
No.
It's a magnificent obsession. Yeah.
You know, I think too, you know, sometimes we think that's just, you know, limited to
Oh, it's just
someone
for
that,
it's just for B.
That's
It's
what they're
just
supposed to do.
It's just
She's
for Will.
Beyonce, so she
It's just-
should, you know, do that. But why? That's the choice she made.
You
wasn't
don't
something-
understand that we know her as that because she made that.
Right.
God created Michael,
Yep.
and I made Stro. And so people will say, "But you Stro." I used to. Ooh, that would really get under my skin. My boys would say that sometimes. It would come out through the grapevine, you know, even right after high school. But you Stro, like, bro, I made that. I made him.
Right.
I made him. The fact that you could say that, it took grit, grime, sabotaging, and people talking about me, people not understand. It took all of that.
Right.
Confusion, not knowing what's next. It took all of that to make Stro. God created Michael and gave him a gift, right? But I had to put in work
Right.
to give him a return on his investment.
Got you.
Because according to my faith, I have to clock in
Yeah.
at the end when this is all said and done and say,
Yeah.
this is what I did.
Yeah.
You gave me 1, here's 10.
I like that. I forget which scripture. I know it's scripture, but I love the one about you're talking about like the talents. You know, he gave
talents.
1, 3, or maybe
1,
5,
5.
and then 1.
And he said, I buried mine.
Right.
It's safe and
Like,
sound.
yeah, I didn't want to lose that. It was like, dude, I gave it to you to grow. I gave it to you to use.
And
I
some
gave
of
it to
us
you to
are
use.
floating safely to death. That don't even sound right.
That's bad. That's bad news.
Floating
Bad news.
safely to death.
Wow.
Everybody want to go to heaven. Nobody want to die. Yeah, it's that.
I had a conversation with some of my friends, man, today actually. One of them, one of his close friends, you know, passed away, and you know, we're talking about like, you know, he said his people at the actual, you know, funeral gave a lot of, you know, I think it was the guy's mom. She gave like a great, you know, I guess I'd say speech, you know,
Yeah.
and people touch people and all that type of stuff, but you know, as we were chopping it up, it was like, you know, in times it takes like death for you to really think about like, you know, life is meant to be lived. You know, granted, we know once it's all said and
Not
done,
exist.
you can't take nothing with you.
Not
Yeah.
exist to live.
You can't take any of the material things with you. We know that. But how you've lived is the point. You know, how you've lived, who you've affected, you know, who loves you. You know, you want all those things. No matter what anybody says, you want people to miss you when you're gone. You know, not to be like, you know, depressed or anything like that. That may happen, but I'm talking about like actually done something that
I'm walking
mattered
with you.
to people. You know, and it's like it's up to us. Nobody's gonna do it for you. We've got to do it. We were given the talent. We were given the gifts, you know, to steer in the directions that we're, you know, supposed to go. We're supposed to take them to. But I feel like we said, you know, sometimes we take that for granted, thinking, we got time, but we really don't. We really don't have as much time as we think.
I don't view it like that. Yeah, I don't view it like that at all.
Yeah.
I agree with what you just said, and I don't view it like those
Yeah.
others that do it like that. Like, for real, I mean, I'm really living in the space of my wife, God's will. She makes it home from work.
Yeah,
That's the space I live in.
yeah.
That I don't live in the, I can't wait till she get home, because she get home, I tell her that she didn't change the toilet paper roll. She took the last pieces of paper off of it. I'm going to get her.
Right.
bro, she could not make it home.
And that's
Rush hour could get real crazy. She could get in a car accident, God forbid.
I picked that up from you too. Like,
oh, I don't.
You know, you get on me a lot. It's like, dude, it's not even necessarily a sense of urgency.
Well, God forbid something happened to you, and I'm mad at you.
Yeah, like this. That's real. And it's like, you know, just conversations we have. It's like, dude, it's that I say it's not a sense of urgency, but it's more of a. I don't know. It's more of a just being present, being in the moment, and not looking too far ahead.
That's a whole nother show. Being present.
Yeah, we definitely
we definitely got to talk about that.
But
we're gonna do that with Wale.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Wale blessed my socks with being present.
I like that. Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna go into it because we definitely gonna talk about that. Make sure you make a note of that.
We got that. Yeah, we got that. But yeah, man, that's,
we done here, man.
That's real, man. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff, man. So we digging in, man. We're gonna keep building off of this, man. And,
yeah.
Unwrap a little bit more of who Stro is.
Yeah,
man.
and I like this too. And that's so for everybody watching at home, this is why we named this the audio experience, because sometimes you're gonna see Frank, sometimes you'll see Justin, sometimes you might see just Frank or just me or just Justin. We don't know how it might be. We just know it's going to be an audio experience. I'm going to encourage them as well, because this is also about their growth. Franklin has something to offer, and Justin has something to offer. We want to just, you've entered our world, you're here.
Right.
And we want you to get enough fuel here to get through the week. You know?
That's it.
And just put this on in your car. Put this on when you're on a long trip. You know, when you're listening to all your other podcasts stuff, we just want you to know that this is a certified place you can get energy.
That's real.
That you can, that. And you know what? We pray that just something about my life and his life and this communion, this fellowship of brothers that we have, evokes you to find something like that or get connected to something like that. And if you're not connected to something like that, Motivation Central. You see what I just did right there? Yeah. Motivation Central, the elite training center for your mind.
Yeah.
Come on in. Come on. Come home. We've been waiting on you. But you're going to grind when you get in there. 8 o'clock every morning, every Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Yep.
We talk about what got done. Not what we're going to do. Not about being a better person. Not about being a better mom or being a better... No. What got done this week? We writing down goals and we knocking them jokers off. We killing gazelles every week.
That's it.
We coming back with heads on our shoulders and, you know, furs.
On to the next.
So, yeah, man. So,
cool.
Shout out to the Spot Recording Studio.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Shout out to JC Desserts.
Yeah.
Gotta get you a crow nut.
I gotta stock up on some of those this weekend, actually.
Yeah, man.
Wife's been looking for them, so gotta get them.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to close out with, man? Or?
Hey, man, thank you all for tuning in. Definitely go back and check some of the old episodes too. We started this back in 2019, somewhere in that range.
It's fact. I put cats on crypto before crypto was what it is.
We got
now.
a lot. Yeah. That's back in the first kind of grouping, man.
And contrary to popular belief, you can't watch CNN and all these, these networks telling you that crypto's a scam and all stuff. Let me tell you something. I am currently making money with crypto. Man. I have doubled bags. I have put in money. Matter of fact, just recently I doubled an entry and took my entry out, and I just let the rest in. Like that's free money on the house. I just gave y'all too much game. Anyway, we gotta get up off here. Anyway, crypto is definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The blockchain is not going anywhere.
It's just getting bigger and better.
Be careful passing up on that opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm not a financial advisor, but
that's real, man.
I said it in 2018 or 2019.
I feel like it was 2019, man.
And a lot of us, a lot of people made a lot of bread.
It hit big.
In 2020 when that crash came. The crash is our chances to make money.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for a cash app if I tell them anymore.
Algorithm, man. That's what we're going to say.
Buy low, sell high. How about that?
It's an algorithm. Stay with it. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all.
Hey.
We'll catch y'all on the next one, man.
The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. We'll see you next week.